If you had $250,000 to spend on a house in Omaha, what neighborhood are you choosing? Let's say you had $1 million to spend on a house. Where are you going to spend it? Today, I'm walking through every major price point and where I would recommend buying a house at that price point. Some of my picks are probably what you would expect, and some might be a little bit of a surprise. And just because the neighborhood doesn't make the list doesn't mean that it's a bad place to live. Honestly, in the Omaha Metro, you can't really go wrong. Whether you're moving to Omaha, buying your first home, or just curious where your money's going to go the furthest, this video will address it. My name is Morgan Putnam. I'm a local realtor. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for stopping by the Omaha Insider YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you're always the first to know what's going on in Omaha. On my website, heymorganputnam.com, you can download my free neighborhood guide, and that is a helpful outline, a great place to start if you're trying to figure out what neighborhood is best for you. In Omaha, most budgets are going to start around $250,000. And if I was buying in that price point, I would first look in Benson, and then Florence would be my second choice. I absolutely love Florence. There's so much going on in that area right now, and you can still get a very affordable home. You can occasionally find that unicorn house in Exarban or Elmwood, the $250,000 price point. And if you can, that is going to be the first place I would recommend, but that is going to be a long way. Your realtor will hopefully be able to tell you about what is realistic for a timeline if that is the price point you're looking at in that specific neighborhood. But at $250,000, I'm going to be looking in Benson, I'm going to be looking in Florence. At $300,000, I would recommend Maple Village, which is around 90th in between Maple and Fort, and Keystone, which is around 90th between Maple and Fort as well. These are amazing neighborhoods that have very mature trees. A lot of these homes were built in the 60s and 70s and are lovingly maintained. This is a great neighborhood at this price point, and you're really close to everything that the Omaha Metro has to offer. You're really close to like 90th and Dodge, which is a quick way to get anywhere in Omaha. Overall, great neighborhoods. At the $300,000 price point in like Maple Village and in Keystone, you can get a house that is fully move-in ready at that price point, which is great bang for your buck. At $350,000, I'm going to be directing you to probably Old Elkhorn. Old Elkhorn is amazing. It's off of like 204th, just south of Maple. So it's very far west, but you get a lot of the benefits of living in Elkhorn at a much more affordable price point. You can also find some awesome houses at $350,000 in Millard. Just a few years ago, you used to be able to get that like split level house in Millard for around $300,000. And I would say oftentimes now it's pushing closer to that $350,000 price point. At $400,000 in Omaha, you're going to be open to a lot of different opportunities, and you can be a little bit pickier about the location, about the style of the house once you reach that $400,000 price point. If you are into older homes, more historic homes, homes that with a lot of character, then Morton Meadows is a great place to look at the $400,000 price point in a few different pockets just north of Dundee and into Country Club. But again, oftentimes that's going to be pushing closer to the $500,000 price point. So at $400,000, you can also get like an entry level home in Westside. And so if you like that, like a mid-century modern, kind of early 70s type of home, you're gonna be able to find that in Westside around $400,000. At $400,000, I noticed that people are able to choose a little bit more, not just on the style of the house, but also on the location and the lifestyle that certain areas offer you, which is awesome. And so if you can get to that $400,000 price point, it opens up a lot of opportunities. Honestly, in most parts of Omaha, you're gonna be able to find some sort of house for $400,000. So it's really about what you are wanting and the lifestyle that you want with the location. At $500,000, you're gonna be able to get a house that's a little bit more unique and has an amazing location. So a place like Armburst Acres in Millard is going to be open to you. You're going to be able to have access to a lot of different neighborhoods in Papillion. And then of course, you're going to get a nicer, bigger house in Westside or Dundee at that price point. But if we're talking specifics, like what opens up to you that a lot of people tend to desire in the Omaha Metro, then I'd be looking in Papillion and different parts of Millard at the $500,000 price point. At the next bump up to $600,000, this is where I would really be starting to look in Dundee and in Westside. You're going to be able to get a pretty nice house in those neighborhoods at this price point. And of course, both Westside and Dundee, I mean, they are going to go up to millions of dollars. But at $600,000, you're going to be able to get quite a bit of space. You're definitely going to be able to get that 2-car garage and a pretty updated home for $600,000. And those neighborhoods people just love because it's really easy to get anywhere in the metro. You have really mature trees, fabulous neighborhoods. You don't have to sacrifice quite as much to live in those neighborhoods at the $600,000 price price point. You can still, maybe you can get that primary bathroom. You can have the 2-car garage at $600,000, where at $400,000 you might have to be fine with a 1-car garage or no garage or just 1 or 2 bathrooms in the house total. So it just is going to open up to a much more comfortable lifestyle at that $600,000 price point. Next price point is $750,000, and at this point you can really start looking in all parts of Elkhorn. If you're looking for a fully custom home, this is going to start usually around $750,000. Sure, you can occasionally find a custom builder at $600,000, but at $750,000 you're going to be able to make a lot more choices for yourself with new construction. So Elkhorn is the place that I always recommend for new construction. Elkhorn is great because it's kind of anchored by the river, by the Elkhorn River on the west side, and then it's not going to be as far north or as far south as places like Gretna or Bennington. And so Elkhorn is just a great place to look at. $750,000 to like $1 million for a fully custom new home. At that price point, though, you can also be looking at in Regency and Fair Acres if you're looking for an older home, if you're looking for a more historic home or a more established neighborhoods or a more central location. Fair Acres, Regency, you're going to love them. Everybody loves living in those two areas. Also, you have all of that access to new construction. And the last price point is $1 million. And honestly, at $1 million, you can live basically anywhere in Omaha and get a lot of the things that you're looking for, if not everything that you're looking for. And so at $1 million, personally, I would love to live on a lake. And that's going to open up lake communities to you. Valley has a lot of great lake communities, and I've done different videos about lake communities, but you can look into Ginger Cove, in Blue Water, Flatwater, West Shores. It just opens up a lot of opportunities for you at that $1 million price point. But if lakes are important to you, then you can find amazing homes for $1 million in Westside, in Regency, in Dundee, in Fair Acres, in Elkhorn, in Papillion, in Bennington. You can get basically everything that you want at that price point in the Omaha Metro. So this is just a good jumping off point. Everybody's looking for something a little bit different at their price point. All about finding the right house for your lifestyle and the location that is most important to you. It can make a big difference of where you are actually living in Omaha as far as like your day-to-day lifestyle goes. I'm working with buyers. I always recommend that they buy first and foremost based on location, and then trying to find a house that is the closest to what they're looking for within that location. My name is Morgan Putnam. I would love to hear from you in the comments, and you can reach me at 402-720-9886. And you can also snag that free neighborhood guide on my website, heymorganputnam.com.